All right. Hello and welcome to the Digital Leadership Facebook Live series. And today I'm with a special guest. I'll introduce you in just a moment. But first, my name is Doyle Buehler, and my goal here is to help you better understand and pursue what matters most in your digital business and how to make a difference with your digital strategy through enhancing and embracing your digital leadership. I help enterprise and entrepreneurs scale, grow, and disrupt their businesses and sales through digital leadership. And I'm the author of the book on digital strategy, The Digital Delusion. There's three core categories that we go through as part of these Facebook Live sessions that I've been putting together. The first one is on Mondays, and this is the state of digital, where I talk about specific ideas and insights happening right now, how they affect business, and what you can do about it. The second one is today, and that's where we talk with a special digital leadership guest, where I interview an expert in the field and discuss their strategies for success as well. And then finally on Friday, I have Digital Discovery, a dam buster that I call it, where I review tools, answer questions, or talk about specific challenges that affect businesses and might be holding you back. So the overall purpose to answer one important question: what real world digital strategies will actually work rather for my business. So and as I said, in today's show, I'm talking about digital sales, and I have a fantastic guest who's joining me all the way from Spain, and you might have to be a bit more specific of where in Spain, but I'm with Susan Marot. So welcome, Susan.
Hi Doyle, thank you.
Yeah, so where are you located right now?
I'm in northwest Murcia. I'm about an hour and a half in the bottom right-hand corner of Spain, and yes, it is very hot today.
Okay, cool. Sounds like quite a nice place to be at. Well, and I'm on the other side of the planet in Montreal right now. So yeah, thanks for joining us. So tell me quickly, Susan, what is your expertise and what is your specialty?
Okay, I'm a salesperson. Basically, that is who I am. It's what I've always been. I come from a background of salespeople. Yeah, do you know what? Salespeople get a bad rep, and that because we're basic beings, and we're there to do a professional job. There's good ones, and there's not so good ones. But no, I'm a salesperson through and through, and I'm very proud to be a salesperson. I come from a family of salespeople, except for an academic sister. We'll push her to one side for a moment, but yeah, sales. I started selling door to door when I started selling Avon when I was about 14 years old. So I learned all about the clothes by asking my ladies, would you like the pink lipstick or the red lipstick? So, you know, that's where I started. At the age of 19, I started selling stationery and office equipment. So this is in the days before mobile phones, you know, computers. In fact, I did sell computers, but they were several £1,000s for the basic models. You know, They were very expensive in those days. Yeah. But I got a lot of professional sales training then, and I learned the value of following a process, you know, doing the right thing at the right time, you know. So, and I've just gone through a succession of, you know, selling different types of products to the private industry, you know, to private sector, stationery. I worked for DHL. I was the number one for DHL. I got bored, moved into the public sector and started selling to the public sector. So if you ever visit the UK, Doyle, and you ever get done for speeding, it's the software that I sold the police in the UK that will send you the ticket. Yeah.
So I'll blame the software then.
Yeah, no problem.
So what?
And then on the back of all that knowledge,
go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to say, on the back of all of that, and then to get a better work-life balance, spend a bit more time here in Spain, and work with people to help him, you know, improve their sales and their sales process, I set my own business up. So I still sell for myself. I sell online. I still sell face-to-face. I sell across a variety of different ways and methods. So, you know, I was really stoked that you asked me to join you today for this session.
Yeah, no, happy to have you.
Of interest in me.
Yeah. So what's like, you kind of talked a little bit about the sales and you as a person, but what really makes the difference between a good selling person and a not so good selling person? Is it born or made? Let's start there.
No, not born.
Okay.
Salespeople aren't born. Okay. Salespeople, the best salespeople, they train athletes. You know, you will have people that have more natural tendencies to become salespeople than others, but there's the chatterboxes, the loud people, the brash people that become salespeople. For me, the very best salespeople are those that have trained and worked very hard and worked hard on improving themselves. And that's what makes a great salesperson is, you know, is training, coaching, support, experience. You don't just, you know, come out of the womb going, woohoo, I'm a salesperson, I can sell. It's something you train to become.
Doesn't Grant Cardone say that that's how he all started?
Coming out of the womb going sell, 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 buy, buy, buy sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I can only go by my own personal experience, and I know that I have a natural flair, probably. I'm an educator, but so is my sister. My sister is a professor at a university. You know, she's never trained to be a salesperson. I was trained to be a salesperson, and I believe that it's the training and experience and time, effort, and energy is what helps make a great salesperson.
And so then, you know, defining what makes, obviously, okay, so we're taking the position that, yeah, you need some training to kind of really help you with sales. Why? Like, why can't we just go and talk with people and sell our stuff? Like why does it seem to be so complicated? And perhaps that's what pushes a lot of people away from sort of that understanding of sales.
I pushes people away from that understanding of sales, or actually going out and selling, or even not daring to call themselves a salesperson. There's a lot of people that will call me other different things before they will call themselves a salesperson. Is this fear of rejection.
Okay.
It's being told, no, I don't want your business, or no, go away, or having the phone put down on them, or the door slammed in their face. It's a fear of rejection, and that's kind of natural sort of human sort of trait. We don't have when we're younger, but we certainly we develop it as we get older through life experiences. And I think that's what stops a lot of people from feeling really confident about selling. But I believe that once you understand the knowledge of what you need to do and when you need to do it, and the order that you've got to do it in, and you actually get yourself out of bed and you get on with it, you hold yourself accountable, then the confidence starts to become a lot more effective at being a salesperson. You know, you will find a lot more success. So for me, it's knowledge, accountability, and confidence, really. That's what I think makes people nervous about selling, is that they struggle with one of those three things. So it's what I work with my clients with anyway.
Right. And then sort of taking that transition from those skills and then moving them to sort of the digital space. And do you find that people have perhaps gotten a bit lazy, that stuff is supposed to sell itself online, or like there seems to be a lackadaisical attitude towards selling? I don't know. What do you think?
The challenge we've got is that the world is changing. The world is changing. As I say, when I started selling in the 80s, I didn't have any technology to help me. You know, I had a hard diary, I had a pen, I had a note paper, I had a briefcase, I put my paperwork in it. I got in my company car and I went to sell people, to see people and to sell to them. That's how I started. And the way that I sold then is no different to what I do now. Even though I'm using computers, you know, the process is still exactly the same. And I think there's several reasons for this. Is that there is, I think, technology, people become more reliant on technology. I mean, I don't need generally a sat nav to find my way about. I do use a sat nav every now and again so that I know what my estimated time of arrival is. But it doesn't really, I don't need it to tell me where to go, because for many years, we didn't have sat nav, you went
Just the
and
maps,
if you didn't know where you were,
yeah.
you either had maps or you stopped the car, you wound down the window, you said, hi, excuse me, help me, where do I find so-and-so? Or, so the world we've become more reliant on those tools, I think, and that is exactly the selling. It is easier to sit behind a computer screen, I've got mine here, and hide behind sales funnels, hide behind emails, hide behind words, even hide behind a camera like we're doing now.
You're right. We're not selling. We're just talking.
Yeah. Well, do you know what we're doing? We're marketing.
Okay, marketing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're marketing ourselves. We're advertising ourselves.
Yeah.
I think marketing and selling are very, very different. And I can't for the life of me, just off the top of my head, remember who it was that said, when you market well, you don't need to sell. Well, I think it's a bit of a contradiction in a way, because the definition of marketing in the dictionary is to advertise or to promote.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
That's all marketing is. To sell, the definition of the verb to sell is to exchange goods or services. That's what it is. So what we're doing now is we're marketing and we're advertising. You're doing that for yourself and I'm doing that for myself.
Yeah.
The actual selling is all about engineering and influencing the process of exchanging the goods or services. Does that make sense to you, Doyle? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. But are we leaving too many things on the table? Like what would you recommend enterprise and entrepreneurs do to, let's get to the bottom line? Like, how do we sell more? How do enterprise and entrepreneurs sell more in the digital space?
Do you know what? There's only one thing that anybody needs to do to sell more. One thing. And that is really start to understand what it is your clients need. And without making assumptions, every single person they go out to buy food, they're hungry, they want food. When they want to go out and buy a car, for example, they need to get about, or they might want to buy the car to make themselves feel good about themselves, So what really needs? For my clients, they're clients who they maybe started a new job and they know they need to make a good impact and they want to sell, a lot very quickly. And that by getting a coach such as myself, I can help them to do that. And that is the pain they have, is this fear of not lasting the 3-month probationary period or the 6-month probationary period. Yeah. So that is the need. And I think too many, say, newer industries, in the digital world, they make assumptions based on the facts they see in Google, and their search engines, and their research. It's for me, it's pick up the phone, speak to people, have conversations such as this, get out there and door knock, don't just use the phone and the internet. Why not physically get out there and get talking to people?
It's not
one of my clients yesterday, and she said to me, I've been making some telephone calls to these potential clients of mine, and I'm getting stonewalled by the receptionist. They keep stonewalling me, or I get to voicemails. Mm-hmm. And she said, what else can I do? And I said, well, try that. We tried a variety of things. Then she turned around and she said, I'm going to London on Monday. Do you think I ought to go and start knocking on the doors? And I'm going, hell yes, yes. Why not? If it's not putting it, yourself out of your way, go knock on those doors, speak to the receptionist, make eye contact, find out what their challenges are, find out what their pain is. And that is where you start to become a lot more, you get close to your clients and they to trust you and believe in you. And it's very hard to do that in a purely digital way.
Yeah.
And
I think
your short question, Bill.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, that really makes sense. So that would be like your number one strategy is get to know your audience, and then kind of stop hiding behind digital, if I can paraphrase what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to get out there and make it happen. And you can only influence somebody to buy when you get closer to them.
So where should someone start? Let's say their sales are not that good. Where should they start?
Okay, it really depends on, you know, whether they're working for themselves or whether they're working for somebody else, you know. Because if you're working within a company, the salesperson, there's a lot of other people around all of them, you know. So, you know, go and ask them for help. You know, the manager there, you know, ask them, what can you do to help me to sell more? You know, that's what they're being paid to do, and that's what they're there to help.
That's a good one. What can you do to help me sell more? Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah. And I think that happens too often, especially with the millennials, for example. And I don't want this thing, you know, so I'm older, I'm Generation X. So
that's okay.
For me, it's a lot easier for them to get on the phone, get on the internet and check facts and figures and things on the internet, YouTube, whatever. Just pick up the phone and speak to somebody. Don't write them an email. Pick up the phone. It's quicker, it's easier, it's a lot more effective, and you will build a better relationship with your clients or potential prospects as a result. Get closer.
No, cool. That's some fantastic advice, Susan. So we sort of want to wrap it up there, but thank you so much for talking with me and my audience as well. We really appreciate it. How can we find you? How can we locate you in the digital space if we want to ask additional questions?
Okay. One of the easiest ways to contact me is to just put my name into Google. It's a very unusual name. My first name isn't, it's Susan, and my second name is Marot. So that's Marot. My business, my website, it's not a funny name you can't pronounce. It's just succeedatselling.com. Okay, so, you know, succeedatselling.com or Susan Marot, and you will find me. I think I'm the only Susan Marot in the world, which is probably a good thing for the world.
Yeah, same here. I'm the only Doyle Buehler in the world, so yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding. I don't have to worry about competition on my name. Anyway, thank you so much, Susan. I really appreciate your time. I know it's a little bit later in your day. Dinner time, I presume, or getting close to it. But thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with me, and I'm sure we'll talk again in the future. So
I really look forward to it. I'm sorry about the lighting I've had going on. People probably expect Spain to be very bright, but I'm trying to stop the light from coming in this window and coming in this window as well. It's it can be it's difficult.
It can be a bit of a glare as well. So, all right. So thank you again, Susan.
But it's been great. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. And I'll be having the notes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate your time too. I'll be posting the notes after for all the listeners and watchers, and on Friday we'll be having our challenges as well. So going through our digital discovery dam busters. So looking forward to that. So thank you, everybody. And that's it for today, and we'll see you online. Thanks again, Susan.
You're welcome.